Hello everybody, welcome back to Blackjack. I'm Blackjack Gabbiani, and if you only join me for my death battle reactions, you'll notice what's with the backdrop. Last weekend, I did a panel for Digital Komori-Con. It was really cool. It was about Pokemon fans getting together, talking about the franchise. It was so cool. Anyway, though, I haven't gotten around to taking down the backdrop, and my mom's been getting on my case for it, so enjoy it while you can. It's just like the weather, so quick and plain, brother. No one lives forever. Let's have a party. There's a full moon in the sky. It's the... Okay, all right. I'll stop. Every day is a good day for an Oigo Boigo reference. Okay, red versus blue. I saw the first bit of the show. I think it was like the first couple seasons. When it was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is. It got weird. Oh my goodness, like suddenly there was like ghosts and time travel and extended dream sequences. And it's like, didn't this start off as a Halo parody? I've also never played Halo, by the way. I'm just putting that out there.
Edison versus Tesla. Coke versus Pepsi. Goku versus Superman.
Few rivalries have lasted nearly 2 decades or spawned epic battles like our second favorite web series, Red versus Blue.
With the red team, even though most of them don't actually wear red.
And the blue team, their perpetual ocean-colored rivals. For this battle, we'll be bringing these two groups back to where it all
Magma
started.
versus
To
Aqua.
find out what would have happened if they had stopped dicking around and actually just fought for real.
Just a note, we will be locking any artificial intelligence characters within their primary bodies, since they're generally invincible unless they stumble into an EMP.
You mean an imp?
What?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their
I mean,
weapons,
you
armor,
could.
and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Cool.
Hey, yeah? You ever wonder why we're here?
Not long from now, in a galaxy theoretically exactly where we are, humanity goes to war with an alien covenant.
So the United Nations Space Command came up with a ton of plans to win, and one
Alright.
of those was called Project Freelancer.
Essentially an experiment using AI to create invincible super soldiers. In order to
Yeah, like that
find
always
scenarios
turns
to
out,
train
Ralph.
these highly advanced warriors, Freelancer opted for a unique approach.
Dumping
Yep.
a bunch of losers in a box canyon and telling them they're at war with each other.
Enter the Red
Yep.
Team. Dick Simmons, Dexter Griff, Franklin Delano Donut, Lopez the Heavy, and their leader, Super Colonel Sarge. Yes, that is his full name and rank.
You know how they
Super
say prejudice is taught, not born? Well, they haven't met Super...
It's orange, not yellow. Survived a grenade to the head. 1/8 cyborg. Ambidextrous. You know, I always wonder why ambidexterity isn't like the norm. Surely it would have the greatest evolutionary advantage.
Sarge,
Fix
who I bet was
everything.
screaming how much he hates Blue the second he popped into the world.
Attention, Blue Team! This is the Red Team! We are here to destroy you! Your long reign of being the shittiest team around is about to come to a sudden and cataclysmic end!
Yeah,
Once in
like I
Orbital
said,
Jump
it's Aqua
Trooper,
versus
Sarge
Magma.
was unfortunately discharged after developing a fear of heights, only to be picked up by Project Freelancer to achieve his dream.
Lead the glorious Reds against the
I love
dirty
there's the one
Blues.
bright blue
Man,
star.
He's great. He seems like the kind of guy you could just have a catch with.
Sure. Sarge may be an unorthodox leader, but he knows his men very well.
Hey, he's good enough to keep dorks like Griff and Simmons around for 17 seasons. And no
Also, don't expect me to remember who these guys are by sight. When I watched the show, that was probably my biggest complaint. I could not tell them apart by sight. Even though I know they all have different color armor and all that.
a lot of time together.
It's a complicated relationship, though you may be surprised at their capabilities. Simmons may be a brilliant geek, like myself, but he proves stereotypes wrong by changing his armored suit in just 4 seconds.
Well, how about this?
How did you change so fast?
I've always been a fast changer.
Mjolnir armor is designed to be applied by Spartans within a considerable few minutes. This would imply Simmons is 90 times faster than the average super soldier. He's also technically
For
a cyborg,
changing.
but everyone forgets that these days.
Meanwhile, Griff is the laziest member of the
Technically.
team who only cares about...
Well, I mean, we have cyborgs now. Like, if you have, like, a digital implant, you're technically a cyborg. So...
Pizza and Oreos. He's my favorite. He's also been hit in the nuts more times than I can count. And he's...
Okay. While Garth did not acquire the groove shot until after defeating the meta, we will be including all equipment and experience all characters have cultivated throughout all of Red vs. Blue.
still
Interesting.
standing today. That's some balls of steel right there.
Then there's Donut. Easily duped, but always a joy. He's clearly identifiable by his lightish red armor.
Was your eyes going bad? That's pink.
Magenta. Donut has shown incredible tenacity. He was once
The other
shot through
person
the
there is
chest,
wearing
causing
magenta.
his armor to lock up and was left bleeding out on the ground for over a year. But he
Oh,
got
dear.
better.
And he's got the best throwing arm around. He threw a grenade halfway across the canyon.
Which is over
Nice.
1,500 feet long.
And last of all is the team robot who hates everyone, Lopez.
Hola.
Hey, that robot looks like Lopez.
Hey, regresado.
No matter how many times they rebuild him, they can never figure out how to fix that language setting. Oh well.
The Reds carry a standard Spartan
Hola.
assortment of magnums, battle rifles, and SMGs.
But if I
All
had
right.
to pick one weapon of the bunch, I'd have to go with Sarge's trusty shotgun.
Seriously? The weapon with the shortest range?
Wiz, how long have we known each other?
Yeah,
Have you
here's
ever
a
looked at my
special.
leg before? Besides, an effective range of 45 meters is almost the length of an Olympic swimming pool.
Cool,
Watch
cool.
your back, Michael Phelps. I know how to beat you now.
Oh,
Of
God.
course, we can't forget their hallmark vehicle, the Warthog.
You mean the
Okay, a lot of this is not going to mean anything to me. It just won't. I'm sorry, this stuff kind of goes over my head. Oh, that's the Griff shot. Okay, it's a grenade launcher.
Puma?
AKA Chupa Thingy. This 3-ton
I actually
supercar
paid
tops
attention
out
to
at 78
how
miles
many
per
rounds
hour
the guns
and
can
is
have.
heavily armored.
That's interesting.
Well, it's supposed to be. Somehow the Reds always find new ways to break the thing.
Lucky that Sarge is a good mechanic.
Smells like they're
And
cooking.
you know what they say, Wiz? Good mechanics make for good fathers.
But what I find most baffling is
Do
that
they?
for some reason, these low-life dimwits have been given the most state-of-the-art Space Marine armor in the galaxy.
Nice.
Oh yeah, the Mark 6 Mjolnir suit.
Mjolnir.
Gesundheit. Titanium plating.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
energy
is it
shields,
purposefully
hydrostatic
mispronounced?
gel, liquid metal crystal. These babies can take one hell of a beating.
Apparently strong enough to withstand the blast of a 50-megaton bomb.
Gotta love it when a bomb
Interesting.
goes off that's so big you think it sent you to the future. Good times.
But when push came to shove, the Reds
Beyond
banded
age,
together to take
artificial
down one of the
intelligence.
deadliest warriors in the galaxy, the Meta. Despite all logic and reason, the two pillars I hold most dear, I am forced to admit, these morons have proven to be a mind-bogglingly impressive team.
I'm not ordering you to go. I ain't even asking. You do what you gotta do, Private Griff.
I'll go get my car keys.
Ah, all right then.
All right then. Shut up. No, no. I have a challenge for you. Stop talking.
Let's move.
The blues. They're not just a great way to sing out all those complicated, messed up feelings you keep down about being fatherless. They're the second half of this epic. But, you know, singing blues would be perfect for this team. They've been through a lot.
Maybe true. Unlike
Cover
the
up that
Reds,
paid
they've suffered
promotion
numerous casualties and are constantly plagued by Project Freelancer's experiments.
You know
Interesting.
how they were experimenting with AI? They could only get one, an alpha based on the project's director. Shit went down and they had to hide the alpha where nobody would ever find it.
Apparently, this
Yeah, see,
box
no one had
coming in the middle of nowhere seemed the
faces
perfect
when
fit.
I watched
This
it.
is Blue Team. Leonard Church, Lavernius Tucker, Agent Texas, Sheila, who is a living tank,
Nice.
and Caboose.
After losing their original captain to a deadly allergy incident,
Oh my.
Church reluctantly stepped up to be the blue team's unofficial leader.
Spoiler alert, he's the secret alpha AI. I don't know what
Yep.
makes him so special, though. He's a cranky asshole who's...
Where's his deceased captain's armor? Okay. Has killed more blues than reds. Of course. Later, despite having the rank of private. Interesting. So, Well, I was gonna say that means he has no experience, but they're kind of out there in the middle of nowhere, and they don't really have contact with the rest of the army, do they? That's at least what I was when I was watching. It was they were basically ditched there.
Terrible at literally everything he does. He doesn't even know he's an AI. He thinks he's a ghost.
Of
But
course.
remember that 50 megaton bomb?
Okay, that's what I
Church's team all
remember.
survived it too, including himself, while it was inside his own body.
What the hell?
Tucker wants you.
Why
to
are they
think
in
he's the
Doom
latest
all of a
man.
sudden?
However, after careful, painstaking analysis, we have determined that he has very little gain, being that his most frequent hookup is a rock.
He's kind of a badass, though. He's stabbed
Okay,
the
energy
meta,
sword, alright.
Shoryuken a Cyclops in the balls, and held off a small army of mercenaries by himself.
Suddenly they're
He
in,
even wields a kick-ass
Jason
energy
and the
sword that
Argonauts.
only works for him.
But for the biggest badass of the bunch, look no further than Agent Texas. Tex is an anomaly. She's not really a blue, but a freelancer assigned to the team through circumstance.
Yeah.
She's also not really a freelancer, but a robot duplicate hosting an artificial intelligence fragment split
course.
from the alpha as a clone of the director's late wife, Allison.
I'm
Yeah,
sure it
guys,
all
I did
makes
not see that
sense.
coming from when the show started.
Unfortunately, the text fragment is specifically based on the memory of Allison's death and the concept of failure. This
Of
means
course.
that Tex is literally programmed to fail.
Of course.
This doesn't mean she can't win fights or that her team can't succeed on missions. It's more of a personal defect.
It sure hasn't.
It seems
stopped
like
her
they're
from
winning
kicking some
fights.
serious
She's
ass.
winning fights.
Tex was #1 on the freelancer leaderboard. Easily caught this giant crate and could even flip over Sheila. You know, the 66-ton tank with a mind of its own.
Who
the
bounced.
perfect companion for Caboose's team killing sprees.
Bang.
We all know Caboose, the funny fan favorite who can get you to quote everything he says. And he's really, 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 really.
You are.
really,
I am
really
hilarious, and you will quote everything I say.
Perfect timing. As this battle will be in Blood Gulch, the usual teleportation units will be in place. The Blues have used these teleporters frequently with varying results.
Oh
In
my.
you go.
Certainly. What could go wrong?
Teleportation is instantaneous, as you can see.
You totally killed him, didn't you?
Probably.
Well,
Yeah,
aside from
probably.
Tucker's kick-ass lightsaber,
Plasma
Caboose
cutting
carry
blade,
pretty
it's actually a
cool
key.
weapons.
Does that
I
mean it's a
they
key
don't really
blade?
need much when they have a robot ninja on their side. Church does have a cool sniper rifle, but he really sucks with it.
Yeah.
Which sort of makes sense. Unlike everyone else, Church never experienced any training or combat before Blood Gulch.
You know,
I
that
see.
explains a lot.
Even without specialized weapons, Blue Team has a few aces up their sleeves. Agent Tex carries an additional AI fragment, Omega,
I prefer O'Malley.
the fragment of the Alpha's rage.
Does that
With
mean
which she
that
can use
that's
extra
actually its
enhancement
name,
gear, such as a
O'Malley?
cloaking device. It also affects
Tucker
her
somehow
personality,
birthed an alien
quite
baby.
literally transforming her into a vicious killing machine.
It can also pop out of her head and possess other people like a ghost.
Nice.
But remember,
A
we're not gonna add
ghost.
to their bodies, because that is super overpowered.
Just a beat
Even though
longer.
Tex has shown incredible feats of strength.
Okay. There may be some discrepancy in Tex's different bodies. Washington strongly implied the robot kit provided was specially designed for the Alpha AI, should he lose his body. An identical process to what the Beta AI went through. Okay.
Caboose is surprisingly even stronger. In a robot body identical to the one she used to flip Sheila, Tex was unable to lift Andy the bomb, while Caboose could do so for extended periods of time.
And
Interesting.
after entering an alien temple, Santa, don't question it, increased gravity by 10-fold, and Caboose didn't even notice. I
Oh my.
remember a certain Saiyan struggling to do something like that. I mean, I guess this means Caboose is better than Goku.
Stop it! Don't you dare open those floodgates.
I'm kidding, you idiot. Still, Caboose was strong enough to defeat a bunch of Tex
Just
clones
pops
all at
up a
once.
laughing emoji.
It's like they say, it's God's way of compensating.
Unfortunately, the
Yeah,
Blue Team
probably.
has a tendency to get in way over their heads,
Yeah.
often losing team members in the process.
But somehow, some way, they always come back together. They're a good team in a weird, stupid way.
Sheila, shut him up.
Son of a bitch!
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
And we are
And
skipping
while
the
the Reds
ads.
and Blues fight over an empty canyon, you can fight hair loss with
Okay, so it kind of sounds... Gosh, I don't know. It sounds like Blue is able to withstand more. Like the whole bomb being inside his body sort of thing. But I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. Let's just watch the battle.
Okay, why did we bring the flag out here?
Why?
Our neighbors are back.
Why
The
would...
neighborhood
No,
season
stop
premiere
it!
tonight, 8/7
No!
Central.
Why wouldn't you put that before the battle?
Because it's supposed to rain today. You have to remember to take your flag outside when it rains.
None of that is right.
What's a flag got to do with rain? Wait, do you think the flag is an umbrella? Caboose, have you ever seen an umbrella before?
Yoink.
Suck on that, Blue!
Yeah, suck it, Blue.
This'll stop them.
Hey, dumbass! The teleporter never worked. Now come on, let's... Wait, where's Caboose?
Great work for that fake weather report, boys. That's the kind of fake news I like.
What fake weather report?
Let's go, Sheila.
All right.
Red. It's a red in bed.
Fight!
Cliff,
Yeah,
put your
we can
steering
have it
into
that
step
way.
On the gas, pronto.
Yeah, I know.
We can have fight that late. It doesn't matter to me.
Look out for that rock. Oh no, there's another one. Who put all these rocks out here?
It's a box canyon dip.
Here's Kane, men. Get your hand and hit from behind. Just like John Wayne would have done.
No way, those caves are amazing.
Move over, numbnut.
Oh, God.
Leave me out here?
Simmons, here's the plan. We're going to use the Warthog as a battering ram.
Oh, no.
Their rear engine, which will rupture and cause the tank to self-destruct in a glorious explosion.
Excellent plan, sir. Except for, well, all of it. You know, maybe...
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a bigger clip
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Bang.
Jesus, what was that? Where's it? Simmons? Simmons!
Here, blah.
No!
I forget. Which one was Simmons again?
Oh no, a spider.
Yeah! Who else wants a taste of this big D?
Bouncing the bow out!
Phrasing.
No judging.
End of the line, Reds.
Dirty Blue, for the first time in history, you're exactly right. Today is a good day to die. Charge!
Oh, we're at the Hateno Die Shop then. I cannot remember who is fighting who. Is that the Rock? The special Rock? Of course he's got to make funny noises. The kung fu noises. Well, you know, kung fu movie noises.
Not today, Roboto!
And it never works. The sniper shot never works, right? No, wait, it was on the other team. Never mind. Mierda.
I've never hit a lady. Good thing you're no lady.
On the battlefield, you treat each other as equals. So, like, she tries to win, but she thinks she's always going to fail. Regardless of victory.
Church, how do I help?
Just stay there, Caboose!
Yeah, that's the one that never... Yeah.
I want to help.
Help by not helping! God damn it, this rifle is busted!
Help has arrived.
Caboose, no!
Uh-oh. Yep.
Tucker did it.
No, he didn't. You liar. This seemed to just clip the front.
This is it. This is what it's all about.
Oh, yeah?
Versus blue. Blood versus water. Which is really just lifeless, tasteless, waste of space blood. Destiny awaits. Today, the cerulean devil dies.
Uh-huh.
Well, should have seen that coming.
Yeah, probably.
Blood.
thing the flag is out.
What a battle!
So he's the only one left standing?
As chaotic as the show we all know.
Okay, so the Reds had plenty going for them. They had brains and speed on their side with Simmons, and they had some epic firepower. But the blue team had the grit to overpower them.
When it comes to physical strength, nobody on the red
So
team
now
came
Caboose
close
is just
to
going to be
raw
standing
power
there
attacks and
for
Caboose.
ever,
Even Sheila
right?
and lifting Andy made that pretty clear. Hell, Sarge even
Well, I
tried
guess
to lift
Lopez
Andy
is still
once and he
technically
couldn't do
alive,
it.
kind of.
Poor guy. Even with such charisma, leadership qualities, and Big Dad energy, you can't win them all.
Speaking of which, it could be argued Sarge has more extensive military experience than anyone else. However, Texas freelancer training was far more intensive than standard military issue.
Just look at what she did to the Reds before. She's a monster.
Not to mention, she technically had 2 lifetimes of training. being
Yeah,
Captain
yeah.
Allison and all.
Yeah, her lame programming meant she couldn't win the fight by herself, but her blue teammates picked up the slack. Tucker even got some freelancer training in too, thanks to Agent Washington. And
All
could
right.
hold off a platoon of mercs all by himself.
No one ever said he wasn't good at solo activities.
Oh, and in
God.
the fight between tanks versus cars, tanks generally win.
Yeah.
I mean, that one's pretty obvious.
The red team may have been extremely resilient, mostly thanks to aggravating stubbornness, but it wasn't enough to survive the stellar skill and the brute force of blue team.
If
right.
only they could have read that they'd end up with a case of the blues.
Oh, God.
Even without releasing the obviously superior power of artificial intelligence units.
You know, dummy, you ever wonder why you're here?
All the time.
Yeah.
The winner is the blue team.
Well, kind of. Almost all of them died, but...
Be sure to check out the new season of RVB that I
Okay,
worked on,
who we got?
RVB
Who we got?
0. The first episode is up for free right now on roosterteeth.com. Check the link in the description.
Who we got? Ooh! Batgirl versus... Ooh! Spider-Gwen. That kind of seems just like a redo of, you know, one of their older battles. 2 of their older battles. They've had Batman versus Spider-Man twice. So, yeah. You know who would be really fun to have in a battle? Cyber 6. I don't know if anyone remembers that show. Probably even fewer remember the comic it's based on, but yeah, I don't think it was ever even translated into English, so. Yeah, it's an Argentinian comic that was turned into a Canadian animation. It's so cool, oh my god. Yes, hello Athena. You're so beautiful, a parrot. You see her? But yeah, so... I don't know, can you really consider that a victory for the blue team when only one of them is left standing? That's really not much of a victory. And it didn't really explain, at least I don't really think, that it explained what Caboose brought to the table other than just staying out of the way and letting everyone else kill each other. I don't know, I have a feeling if I was into this series, I would be very disappointed. I don't know. But on the other hand, I guess it's also a canon outcome. I mean, as far as perspectives go, you know, like Meta versus Carolina was presented in the context of the show as a hypothetical, but it's still canon that this is what would happen because it was worked on by the actual writers of the show. Also, in that episode, I woefully misunderstood what AI meant in the context of this series. So, yeah, they seem to have it as, like, exterior beings, almost. Is this something that would make sense if I actually watched the series all the way through? Would I get to tell them apart? Because that was so hard for me. I watched so many episodes, and I still could not remember who was who. Just looking at them. So, yeah. Beep, 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 beep. You gonna beep? Well, I gotta go. I got a beeping parrot at me, so. Okay, well, I will see you guys in a little bit then for Batgirl versus Spider-Gwen. So, alright, well, I mean, hopefully I'll see you in between that. I hope to try to record Age of Calamity when that comes out in 4 days, but that's only if I could figure out how to hook up my Elgato directly to my computer without having to use the television, because something in between there is getting really screwed up. So I'm really hoping I can just record directly from the Switch using my computer as the TV. I don't even know if that's possible. Some people have said it is, but I looked it up, and every description I look up says that for the Switch you have to plug it into the television, and I don't understand. So, okay. Well, anyway. I will see you all next time, and until next time, I am Blackjack Gabbiani, and you are not.